This is recording me on that screen right there, and in that box. Is this your homemade box? Everybody, this is Chase.
What's up?
Hi, Chase.
Should I do the thing? I'm not doing
To do the thing. So he just did this thing earlier. It was kind of funny, but
Yeah,
we're not going to do it.
I'm not doing
I
that.
asked him. He has another show that he broadcasts or that he puts out there. And I was like, is that the opening of your show? He goes, no, I think it should be though. I was like, dude, you fucking nailed it. I shouldn't be cussing on here. So
We've done experiments with that where like, I would tell Eric, I was like, I want to do something different tonight. Fire up some like, I don't know, effects like reverb. Make, I want to sound like Bruce Buffer.
like Sunday kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I'm weird sometimes.
That's all right. Everybody, welcome to The Drop. This is where I just go on and talk to, creators alike, and we try to, discuss topics and things that they might have been working on or they might currently be working on. Chase does a lot of live productions, so we had a small discussion. We were talking about, what it looks like for live streaming moving forward in production and, all those kind of things. So I asked him if he'd be kind enough to come on the show, and my house was great. It was fun. It was an awesome setup. He's like, dude, why don't you just come on up here to my studio? So everybody, we're in Chase's studio. Chase, let us know about your studio.
So I watched that, and I was like, man, Phil, we can do better for you, buddy. Yeti mics are great and all, but
hey, man, whatever. It's not even my mic. A buddy of mine gave it to me. He's like, here, just use this. I was like, okay, how do I hook it up?
right? No, I mean, Rode has these really great pod mics.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of smaller than this. It's probably like half the size of these.
Okay.
These are the Procasters. The pod mic's $100.
Okay.
And I was on another friend of mine's podcast, Jeff Schaefer, and he had those.
And they work pretty well.
And I put those headphones on, man. And I sat down and I listened to my voice through his EQ.
Did you sound like a sexy man?
I was like, oh my gosh, holy crap! And so like,
That's awesome.
you can get a really really good microphone for $100.
So I'll right now, like that was my first one. So it was just like, I know I want to give back to the people that, interact with me on my social media and, just out in public and around our community. And I know most of the people that are probably watching this are people who know me locally and people who know you and people who know our friends. And that's great because that's really what I'm trying to do is show the community, hey, we're here, we exist. And we do all know each other and we like to help each other out. We're not out here trying to compete who's got the better job or who. No, we're all scratching each other's backs.
Yeah, we're in this together.
We're in this together. So, Chase, I'm so happy for you to come on. I'm so honored to be in here hanging out with your space. So tell us where you got started in videography. Tell us a little bit about you and Chase Gilroy. Who is Chase Gilroy? First, let's maybe start how we met.
Who am I actually?
Uh-oh, here we go. I just opened up
Introspective
Pandora's box. Great. What is the meaning of life? 42.
I've been on YouTube for a long time.
Okay.
I started with my brother-in-law Roman, and we started doing these pranks and they took off. You know what I mean? They went.
Oh, did they?
They went viral and stuff.
Who?
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. Move forward.
No, it was probably one of the greatest times of my life, being a part of that. And what it did for me was it gave me the opportunity to do, right? Mm-hmm. I'd always been really fascinated with cameras, and I just loved filming stuff, man. I got a little boneyard of cameras that I've collected over the years, and I don't know, just something about holding a camera and capturing
a moment.
Stuff was like really cool to me.
You know what they say, however much memory we have about a moment, we really only remember certain bits and pieces of it, and it's never true.
Like fragments.
It's fragments. You never really truly remembering that whole entire story. So
yeah, and
capturing that.
On photography, they say like a photo says
worth 1,000 words. Video, bro.
Yeah, video.
60 frames in a second. How many words is that saying?
That's a lot of words.
That's a lot of words. I say that all the time. I was like, we're all photographers. I just capture a lot more photos in a second than you do.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's always fascinated me, and I love it. It is my absolute passion.
I
and
agree.
if you were in this room right now, looking around,
if check out the Instagram, you'll see the BTS. But if you were in this room right now, we got camera. There's like 3 more on your desk over there. There's
I'm a collector of gear.
It's
I
great.
love the things, and I don't go crazy. I live within my means. I'm not a rich person by any means, but
But I imagine you collect it as like a gig comes up. Hey, I need this.
yeah, no, it's taken
Right.
me years
Exactly,
and years and years
exactly.
to collect all the things that I use, and like there's still many things that I'd like to have.
Obviously, right.
But it's not so much about the gear that you have. It's a tool, right? Everything that you use to create content or video or whatever is a tool, and you could like literally. I've made some of the most watched. I've made some really viral videos just using my
cell
phone.
And matter of fact, I just watched one that you used your cell phone, and then it was it was kind of funny. We're not going to talk about it.
A little out of pocket.
Well, yeah, a little. I'll go ahead and throw that on here. Just drop the link to that right there. You guys can go ahead and watch that later if you want to.
Like
Mental note, Phil. Don't forget to add that link in here when you're editing the video later.
I'd just like to add a little footnote there that whiskey was involved.
Oh, how much whiskey was
It was
involved?
just fun.
I was like, don't ever show me that again. it wasn't bad or anything. It was just like one of those moments. Just it was. Drop the link. You just go watch. It's good.
Yeah, go watch it.
So
Go watch it.
did you mention how long you've been doing this now?
Yeah, so I've been doing online content for about 10 years. But
Okay.
I kind of bookmarked 10 years. I don't want to say anything more than that because then it would date me. Right? So 10 years is good. 10 years sounds authoritative.
Sounds authoritative. I've got some clout in the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. All those things.
Link.
Yeah, and like
I'm not going to do that.
at first I was like, wow, all this stuff is cool. But then I realized you can make money. And there's a caveat, right, with making content online and making money and stuff like that. A lot of people will create a character or they'll be a certain way that is disingenuous
Their
to
facade,
themselves
right.
to create a character and make that like their virality. You know what I mean? I've kind of just based my whole existence online as just being 100% unapologetically me.
Yeah, as weird as that might be weird. Be super weird. If you're weird, it flaunt it.
People like
People
to
love
relate
it.
to other people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know, that's kind of where I love to be in that space. Because you know what? You'll never get tired of being who you are.
No. Because the second you start putting up a facade and trying to be somebody else, then you're actually working all the time to be this, and it wears you out. Yeah.
Yeah, I would never want that. I would never want that. But, you know, I started this, so my main channel on YouTube would be my vlog channel. And we've, I think it started in 2014.
Okay.
And we've reached, I think, over 670,000 subscribers now, which is an arbitrary number. A subscriber count is arbitrary. Don't look at a subscriber count.
Watch your views. Watch your
if
watch
you've
throughs.
been online for as long as I have, you'll collect subscribers, and they'll come and go, and some of them will stay and watch your stuff, and some of them will never watch you again. You know what I mean? But at one point, maybe you worked with a creator, and they said, "Go subscribe to my homie," right? And they did, and then they just never watch
that
you
was
because
it, right?
they don't.
They're not actually in tune and follow your life.
Yeah, they don't vibe with that. So I mean, subscriber counts is an arbitrary number. The views is what matters the most. And yeah, listen, every star in the entertainment business has their moments. They have like a window of I want to say I hate the word relevancy.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, there's a window of relevancy, and you know, there's just so many people. It's not that I'm not interesting anymore because I'm definitely still interesting. But people are fickle, dude. They want they watched a show for so long they get to like The Walking Dead, for example. One of my favorite shows.
And
right, I love Die Hard every Sunday at 9 p.m. on AMC. I would be watching The Walking Dead. And it went from, it was like a parametric curve. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I love this show.
Dude, we had watch parties at my house. We'd have people over the house after church to watch Walking Dead. And then like 3 seasons, well, I don't want to say it jumped the shark, but it was just like, okay, that's enough of that.
A story can be good for so long and before the audience will lose interest. And
the same with influencers.
It's a real blessing to be able to capture a large audience during any window of relevancy. You know what I mean? So like I consider myself blessed to be able to have reached the people that we do. And look, we've created such an amazing community. I have friends literally here right now
that you met
from New York who I
made
met.
a joke. I was like, so you technically y'all met online?
Yeah, yeah. No, there's
totally fine.
Listen, there's kind of a nomenclature that you got to be careful what you do.
Oh, clearly, absolutely.
people
There's some weirdos out there.
You can get catfished in a hot second. But there are also a lot of really great people out there,
Just like you, doing the
like
same
you and
exact
I.
thing.
Yeah, trying to connect with people. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Find some common ground and interests and stuff. And
And in your case, video games with this guy that's here today.
yeah.
Hey, whatever, cool.
And it's just fun, man. I do my due diligence to vet,
I hope
vet
so.
people that I
like, hey, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know you, man. Same time, man.
Yeah. No, but I mean, there's a really great opportunity here where you're creating stuff online, you're making videos and all that stuff, and community is the most powerful part of it, right? Because they're going to be the action takers. Okay, and it's kind of weird to say this because I appreciate my community so much, but in another way, like your community is a leverageable thing, right? If you wanted to develop a product, you could leverage that to your community, who they watch you. I want to say fuck with you.
No, they
fuck with you.
They fuck with you. They bleep with you.
You know what I mean?
They
really
get you.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
they
no, they
appreciate
get
what you do.
Yeah.
And if you
they're
say,
your tribe,
I'm selling this product, or I back this product,
they would go
I think
into
you
it.
would like it. You've already got a relationship with them where they're action takers at that point.
Well, I know some people like they know I fly drones. Like I'm known for flying drones. Phil flies drones.
Right.
I had people like if I I use this and this. They'll be like, oh, okay, no go out and buy. I'm like, okay, well, that's because I might have become the authority in this particular thing.
Well, if you do, you know.
You're right. If you do, you
Right.
know. And people who are trying to know typically follow people who do, or the smart ones do, anyways.
Yeah.
So that makes perfect sense. Yeah. So get your tribe, get people to actually vibe with you, that fuck with you. You know what I mean? And when you say something like, okay, he actually does, maybe I should do too, or listen to his advice or their advice.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And listen, my advice is to never take advantage of that.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Right
Yeah,
now, there's been so many creators online who have I think it was I'm not gonna say who specifically, but there was a situation I think where crypto is huge right now. Online betting.
What is
Crypto?
what's that?
Shut up. But there was a scandal where I think it was crypto where they created a currency or something, and then they leveraged their audience, right, to buy the cryptocurrency to pump it, and then the guys at the top checked out. Meanwhile, all the other people who
Was this a particular app that's on phones?
I don't know for sure.
Okay.
I don't know for sure, but I'm just saying that situation exists where a creator will take advantage of
And then
they'll
peace
leverage
out.
the audience in the wrong way, and it's just so messed up, dude. Because when you get a following and it's
Don't
what's the
burn those
superhero
bridges.
What's the superhero quote? With great power comes great responsibility.
God, in case you can't, I'm
It's serious,
I'm
it's
rolling
for
my
real,
eyes
though.
really bad right now, guys.
It's for
no,
real,
but
though.
it's definitely a true statement. Yeah.
And I think you should recognize that right out the gate, because if you're doing this for the sole purpose of all I want to do is make money and I'm going to do whatever it takes to do that, just people can pick up on that, and it's dirty, dude.
They see desperation in that, and they see they see it's dirty.
Yeah, so
Whereas if you represent yourself, hey, this is me. I'm genuine. I'll shake your hand and give you a hug on a bad day, kind of deal.
That's kind of why I wanted to make those points. Is that I've just always been me. When you see me on camera, I'm the same person that you will see
Man,
right
yes,
here sitting with you.
100%, absolutely, yeah.
And I love to just have fun. I'm always having fun. I'm never too serious.
I'll never forget one of the first projects I worked with you on. It wound up getting rained out, and we actually never got to shoot that production, which would have been
So good.
so cool. I was ready with my drone. He was ready. We're all sitting there, man. But it wound up getting rained
it
out.
wasn't
But
just drones, dude. This was
it was the full we had. But I was excited because I was there with my drones. So that's just me. But we had full production. It was really cool, and it wound up getting rained out. and any
On
other
the day.
on that day, like
We were on site
we
and
were
set
on
up.
site already, all set up. Everything was all stage was built, lighting was going up. Buses were already
It was
rolled
gonna be
in.
so good.
It was and it just got poured on, and
We were shooting Kane Brown.
So yeah,
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
dropping
We were
names.
shooting Kane
We were
Brown.
shooting Kane Brown, and it got poured on. And this guy just kept a good attitude, and he was just you the entire. You were just you, and like, look, I'm gonna be happy-go-lucky. Yeah, this sucks, but
Hey,
let's just
I
make
was
the
still
best of it.
I was still disappointed.
Yeah, but-
you can have a great attitude when you know you're still going to get paid and you don't have to do the work.
That's right. Yes, we did.
That's kind of just how the business works.
It's even
you know
better
what I
that way. It's like, all right, cool. I don't have to waste all that energy. But too bad we just wasted a whole bunch. Anyways, it was a good time. But
Yeah.
you unapologetically are you all the time, and that's one of the reasons I kind of relate to you, and I appreciate that. But we're here to talk about live production
Okay.
and live streaming. So, how did you stumble into this, and what was your first step into live streaming? And then let's go ahead and we'll talk about where you see it in future in productions, and the future in like stuff like we're doing today, and followers with there's I want to say Peloton, but it's not Peloton. It's Patreon, where they can
Patreon.
all that stuff. So. How does this all work in together, man? Tell me how you're using it in the industry. What does that look like for you?
I mean, so my first live streams that I ever did was on my computer, and I was streaming. I'm on Twitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, moved my Twitch gaming over to my YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, Twitch is just not. Yeah. Anyways.
We digress.
So it was like that was the first time I had live streamed, and it was just one camera and a Yeti microphone, and it was really difficult. I thought it was going to be easy, right?
What was so difficult about it?
Just using a encoding software like OBS.
Okay.
OBS is free and open source, so it's like easily available, and just figuring out like your internet connection speed and the bit rate that you want to send, and the base video resolution, all that stuff, the frame rate, the keyframe intervals, and all this stuff. Like, you have to really kind of know your hardware and know your internet connection and all that stuff. And
So you have to really nerd out.
You have like latency between gameplay and your camera and your microphone, and like
So if you're talking about something that they're not seeing on screen, kind of deal.
yeah, and if it happens at a different time, it's offsetting to the viewer.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of different variables that you don't really recognize unless you do it, right? So I've been live streaming video games for almost the same duration. Like, I found a way to monetize myself playing video games. Plus, I really love it, dude. I'm a Halo fan, dude.
Okay, no,
Through and
that I would definitely get into that game.
Bro,
yeah.
I've been a Halo fan.
First
pretty
person
much-
shooter games are great.
I love Halo.
So no wonder you fly a drone pretty well. It's the same concept.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah. I play FPV simulators on there too, but I thought it was really fun. And fast forward to the pandemic, right? I've been doing film, creating content online for a long time, and live streaming. So I'm very well versed in how to set up a live stream, all the technicals, and I was out in my garage and it was raining. And my buddy Kyle was here, and I was like, we were trying to come up with an idea to play some music. I had thought about it a couple times. I was like, well, I live stream on Twitch. Why can't I stream something else like music? And kind of.
When you say music, like a show, concert kind of deal.
It could be a solo artist.
Solo artist.
Yeah,
okay.
I want to stream people to be able. Okay, so the need that I recognized was that everything was shut down, and music is a very special thing to me. I think it really speaks to everyone. Music is something that we all have in our lives, whether you recognize it or not.
Absolutely.
Music has a way to move you and uplift you, or make you cry, or make you feel happy, or whatever. Music is important, and I was like, dude, the world still needs
music right
this
now.
live music right now. Like, we need to be able to still connect with each other on the musician side. And so I came up with the idea for GarageBands Live. And GarageBands Live started with a test stream of me sitting right over here
On your guitar,
on a stool,
just-
playing music. And I had a friend of mine from church who plays drums, and he had like an electronic drum kit. And I was like, I'm just gonna see if this works, if I can get it to work. And I got a camera set up, and I got a cheap mixer, and I plugged everything in, and it worked. Right, so I was like, wow,
I just went live.
Proof of concept. Like, we can stream music and it looked really good.
Did it look good? Sound good?
Yeah, it was just one camera though.
But still,
it looked okay. I mean, I'm no sound engineer. I mess around.
Did you have somebody watching it live elsewhere?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We got a pretty decent following. So
I was like, the night that you were just playing the guitar.
Yeah, I let my audience know. I was like, hey,
okay,
we're gonna try and
you have a decent following. Let me go ahead and let me see how this rolls.
Yeah, so that's the kind of the advantage. I was able to get that feedback.
Guys, I need more followers. I need some advantage here. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it was really cool to be able to see that was the spark in the flame
that lit
GarageBand's life.
That was the conduit.
So I guess fast forward to a little bit farther, we've now been doing live productions on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. It's called GarageBand's Live.
Since the beginning of COVID?
Since the beginning of COVID. Okay. 2 shows a week. For over a year.
Wow, man.
And we've gone from one camera and a cheap little mixer to a homemade production box
full-blown setup.
A10 Mini Extreme ISO.
I'll throw some footage and B-roll in this. It's legit.
Basically, I've constantly innovated from that point forward to a point where we can do multi-camera productions pretty much anywhere. We were able to take this box to Flanagan's, and we were able to shoot IMAG for, I think it was Chris Jansen, maybe. We've gone to Legend Valley. We've gone to Woodlands.
And this is all designed by you and your team.
Yeah.
You guys put this together, and it's fully mobile, and you could just show up, set up, get ready to go.
Yep, I can shoot IMAG.
As long as they have internet connection, or how do you run
I can even shoot, I can send it out cellular. There are other methods, but that particular...
as long as you can hook up to the web, you can send out a show from anywhere you are.
Yeah.
That's great. That's really cool.
I might be trying to mess around with Starlink because that's like satellite driven. And it's like when you get into a large crowd of people, like at a festival or something.
What's Starlink? Is Starlink that thing?
Bro, do you Elon Musk?
I was about to say, that's the thing that's wrapped around the world right now.
Dogecoin?
Yeah, Dogecoin. All right, so any NFT fans out there? I'm creating NFTs. They're kind of fun. But anyways, Dogecoin.
No, so live, it's been paramount, critically important, right? To be able to reach an audience and put on some sort of event, right? And since like things are the way they are now, you can't always. You can. It's tricky. This is a subject to tiptoe around, I guess, in a way, depending on your position.
Just let it out, man. Just go ahead. If you know me, you know my stance, and I'm pretty outspoken on it. But I don't want to make anybody feel out of place for their position that they might. To each their own. To each their own. I just have my beliefs, and you have your beliefs, and
look, I'm not anti-vax at all.
No, not at all.
But I think like if it's something that you think is important and it's gonna protect you and your family, by all means.
By all means,
sure.
if that makes you feel safe, then that.
The point of what I wanted to make here was, I wanted to still be able to get musicians in front of their audience. Okay, and I know it's different to be an online, like on your screen type of thing, but we've maximized it to the coolest extent. Oh, absolutely, especially now with like the metaverse and everything that's going on there. I'm going there. All right, good. Let's go. I'm going there. So I have a direction that I wanted to take this in this new year, and that I wanted to make the virtual stage, we call it the virtual stage, I wanted to make it even cooler by making it an actual virtual stage. I've been messing around with learning like Unreal Engine. If you don't know what Unreal Engine is, it's basically a game engine that was used to create like popular titles like Fortnite. I think The Mandalorian was actually shot using Unreal Engine effects and everything. So basically you can take a real world camera, right? And we can set up a green screen area, and you can attach a tracker to the camera and then move the camera in the real world, and that interpolates the tracking data into Unreal Engine. So we can create, which I've done, I can't wait to show it.
He just got real excited. For all of y'all who aren't watching and aren't seeing this on YouTube right now, he's just got the biggest slice of
It's
cheese
so
across
much
his
fun.
face.
It's so much fun to do this stuff because I know it's going to be something that people really, they're going to watch that
grasp
stuff and
onto.
they're going to be like, wow, this is awesome. Because so kids who watch or play Fortnite, Travis Scott did a show on Fortnite, okay, that was like amazing.
Okay.
It was groundbreaking.
He actually did a show on Fortnite.
Yeah. So you have all these kids that are in the lobby in Fortnite. They're playing their game. They're in the world, right? And this event happens. Fortnite's kind of known for doing these in-game events. And now you've got Travis Scott is a giant character. He's like the Jolly Green Giant in this world.
And all these little people running around.
And he's performing his music in Fortnite while all the other players are
just
in the map as well.
hanging out.
Doing whatever they want. They can go about their
Was
thing.
he
or they
live
can stand
doing
there and
that?
watch them.
Was he
No,
live?
this
It was a
I'm
recorded.
pretty sure it's a pre-recorded thing.
Okay.
But there is a way to do this live. Okay, and it's really tricky. It might require a whole lot of dollar bills to like purchase the horsepower to be able to like do the compositing live and make sure everything's like strong enough to keep it steady.
That makes it, the platform and framework.
But that's kind of the direction that.
And it's very much moving there right now.
Oh yeah. So this past week, Aoki just announced the Aokiverse. Did you see that?
No, but now I'm going to go home and search for it.
Okay, brother. This is game changing. This is exactly
Do you
what
have
I'm
the
talking
Oculus?
about. I do.
I hate
This is what I'm talking about. Like everything's going like this digital metaverse. I mean, Facebook changed their company name to Meta. It's going that way, right? We've got crypto that's just taking over. We got NFTs that are like everybody who's anybody is like working on NFT projects and buying up NFTs.
Wait, am I anybody? Because I'm working on NFTs. Guys, I'm a somebody. No, I'm
Hey,
kidding.
good for you, bro.
I have art laying around. I have stuff, and I'm a creator. I got to be creating, and to me, I don't care if they sell or not. It's just opened up a new avenue of inspiration for me. Like, oh,
it's just
cool.
fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
But what Aoki's doing is taking. Okay, so he's very into NFTs. He's rocking. He's got some really cool NFTs.
Does he? I have to check it
So
out.
an NFT can have utility, and this might be over the heads of people who don't know what NFTs are. But the quick summation or the acronym is non-fungible token, right? It's a thing that you can own. Okay?
And it can't be transferred. It's non-transferable.
Well, you can buy it.
You can buy it, yes, but it's not a. It's like
You have to
it's
buy
like-
it. You can't give-
It's
well, I
like
guess you
it's
can
like a
give it.
painting. There's nothing of the same value that you can trade for it. It has its own value.
Well, hey,
It's
we'll
really
leave the descript-
yeah.
for the experts.
I'll drop a here. Look it up.
But like an NFT can either be a thing that is a picture or a photo, a video, or it can be anything
It can be,
really.
yeah.
But an NFT, other than just being something pretty to look at or something that's like some piece of art, it can be a thing that has utility, right? It serves a purpose. Okay. Aoki just came out with this thing where it's like it's a passport, right? His NFT is a utility, and it's the passport. The passport gets you access. This is non-sponsored, by the way.
You can.
It's just a great way to explain like where things are going.
Okay.
The passport gets you access to exclusive events, only held, right?
In the metaverse, or
Can be physical
or physical. But
Right. So if you
because you
own-
own this
if
NFT,
you
now
own
you
the
have a
passport,
passport to
yeah.
events, special events that he
you get
hosts.
to go to the VIP lounge at his show, or you get like special discounts on other NFTs or whatever.
I was
you know what
thinking
I mean?
about this, like if you buy a ticket to an event, yeah, you might be like, oh, well, that ticket was so expensive. But now you have this NFT that came along with it.
It's expensive.
Okay,
Right?
but
if you think of the value, if you're an Aoki fan and you want to go to all his shows,
And now
Also expensive.
you went exactly, and not only that, but let's say that show pops off and being like a really memorable show. Well, now you have the NFT that was made to commemorate that specific show. That NFT, when you bought it, okay, you spent an extra $100 on the ticket, but now that NFT holds a value of like $4,000. Okay, you can either have that $4,000, but he also says holders of this NFT now have lifetime VIP at all my other events. So it now holds value, and if you want to value it, or it holds, like you said, that utility. So it can serve on both ends. If you really ask me, you could have the utility portion of it,
Sure.
or person can hold on to it as a
It's a
keepsake,
collectible.
as a collectible,
Yeah. Listen,
and it could wind up gaining more and more value.
The idea of an NFT is not something new.
No.
Right? The
Absolutely.
original NFTs, baseball cards and Pokemon cards,
Mm-hmm.
right? But they're a physical item that you can hold.
Mm-hmm.
An NFT is just something that can be attached to a physical item, or it can serve a purpose, like a ticket.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's kind of where all sorts of things are going. Like people are on this. I don't think it's Earth
And like smart
Earth 2
contract,
or maybe or something like that, or the metaverse. Basically, you can go into a digital world and buy a property.
buy property.
Yeah. So there's a point to this.
Go ahead, metaverse. We're back to this now. You're in full circle.
So if the property in the metaverse that you wanted to buy happened to be a property that you intend to build a venue on where you can host live music shows, right? And the people who gain access to those don't go to Ticketmaster and buy a ticket. They go to OpenSea and buy your utility-based NFT. Okay? And therefore, they're like a VIP member, and there's certain tiers of whatever, right? You can go. My vision for GarageBand is going to be eventually people are going to be able to download the GarageBand's Live app or whatever.
You can have an app.
Or you can have anything. You can have anything you want.
I know.
You're going to get the app, and you're going to go on and put your headset on, and we're having Phil tonight
And you're just
with
gonna
his
have-
acoustic guitar.
And now, do you see it as an avatar sitting and playing, or do you see it
No,
as a
it's gonna be
broadcast
you.
live
Yeah.
from your
Yes.
recording and it's
Yes.
broadcast on on a
Yes.
stage? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. And people,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, dude. That's where I want this to go, because like everything.
And you can even like ask your girlfriend out on a date to go see this band that's halfway across the country.
Yeah, you
and
can sit
just there
together
and
on the
hang out.
couch with your headset VR.
Well, no. Like, say you're in different Say you so man. say it's a long distance relationship.
it doesn't
Okay.
sound as appealing when you put it that way.
No, like sitting next to each other with Oculus on, like, hey, babe.
I'd much rather go to the venue and go to the bar and order a drink, and you know. what I
But
mean?
for people who can't, okay, like say, but it definitely opens up. Long story short, it definitely opens up a lot of different avenues for live streaming to go, and
Yeah.
I think it's really awesome, to be honest with you.
It is, and I love that's just like a super nichey part. But
Oh,
I
it
don't
could be
even
used in so many
care.
other utilities. Absolutely.
I don't even care if it's something that would like blow my business up, right? I don't care if it's something that wouldn't. The only thing I care about is that I want to try.
Yeah, that's
You know what I
all-
mean?
yeah.
And I'm still going to be able to live stream and do all the stuff that we normally do.
But why not try?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the sky's the limit. You never know. I listen. I'm religious, right? And I knew that for some reason there was a lot of things that told me about GarageBand's Live to not do it. There was a lot of people who said that's not going to work. You can't stream music. You're just going to get copyrighted and taken down. Haven't, right? All this equipment is very expensive. Just like one of those lights over there is like $1,500.
I saw those.
And
Those
that,
are nice.
and it's like, I never knew how I was gonna make it work. I just knew that I was being called to make it work. You know what I mean? And I mean, I'm not gonna say like what other person is more perfect than me, but I'm just saying like I'm the kind of guy who I think I was saying to you before we started. If I can build something before I have to buy it, I'll do it.
I'll show a little.
The production box.
Oh, yeah,
Look,
yeah.
that thing is custom built by
Dude,
me.
that looks great, by the way.
And
That's-
Eric, shout out Eric.
That's well done. Shout out Eric.
Yeah, no,
that's really well done.
I
It's
built
clean.
that specifically for an event that I had to go shoot. It was like a seminar, like a fitness seminar in Arizona. And I knew that the old box that's over there, it's huge.
Wait, was this the one that you just the Arizona trip that you just did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I made it
You
specifically
just
for that.
Okay.
Mhm. The old box, I was like,
You
there's
could
no
have
way
called
I'm
me and
flying
said,
that.
"Hey, Phil, you want to go to Arizona with us?"
Sorry,
What do
bro.
you think?
One-man show.
There we go. I'm kidding.
They only need one guy to push those
I know.
buttons.
I just really liked Arizona when
But I
was
wanted to make, I needed that. And so I was like, well, I just got to make it. I know you can buy something like that,
No,
but it's so much cooler because I made it.
I'm gonna get off camera for a second because I want to see it.
Oh, good. Go ahead. Go off camera. I made it specifically with. I wanted to be able to take it on the airplane with me. I was like, "There's no way I'm letting the airline luggage dudes toss this underneath." That there's a lot of money in the components in that box.
I can see that right now.
I was like, "No way!" So I built it so that I could take it on the plane with me, and it's
built well.
probably 70% smaller than the old box that we were using. And I know there was a couple venues that like kind of scoffed at me for bringing that big giant luggage into their venue. But this one's just like a Pelican case. It's super small.
It is a Pelican. Well, is it Apache?
Yeah, that's the Harbor Freight special.
Yeah, Harbor Freight special, man. They're so good.
They're great.
They're
Like less than half the price of a Pelican.
I know. I outfitted mine to hold my drones, as you see.
Yeah.
Works great.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, and as an FPV pilot myself, like I can solder, I can wire up
It
things.
was easy to make that.
Yeah, it was kind of easy. It took some trial and error. The acrylic sheet on top was like the hardest.
Okay, I was about to say, did you guys make that acrylic sheet on the
Yeah,
top?
we know someone with a laser cutter. It's pretty cool.
Because I'm like, there's no way he made that himself.
No.
Because it's like nicely laser
No
cut
way,
out,
dude.
like
Yeah,
perfect
you need a laser
die
cutter for
cut kind of holes.
It only took 2 versions to get it right. So that's
Well
good.
done. Well done. How often do you go out and do live streaming outside of your GarageBand's live?
It depends.
Okay.
I mean, people, I don't know. The music industry's suffered the last year, 2 years. I feel like they're not really trying to fork out. They're still trying to recover.
Absolutely.
But we've had some, like, we've kind of turned GarageBands into, like, a paid model. Right? You know how you go to the amusement park, right? And at the front of the gates, there's that employee that's standing there taking pictures. Or you go on a roller coaster and they capture a picture.
Hey, you want to buy afterwards?
So basically, it's like I need to put on live shows just because I love the practice. Basically, I love innovating, and the best way to do it is to do it, right? So I need to have shows. I'm trying to build the platform, so I want to constantly be doing shows, and I don't want people to worry about having to pay for it. So we do the shows for free, no matter what. Like a band can come in, we'll produce the show, and it looks great. You know what I mean? Like it sounds good.
They wind up loving that.
They love
and because of that, they're like, "Hey, did you happen to record that?"
Well, yeah, but it wasn't always that way. We used to give it away, but we have to, pay to keep the lights on too, and try and constantly innovate, and a lot of that stuff costs money. So I think like offering the artists the ability to purchase the video playback, we can record the audio stems, we can. I go over there and I take photos, like we've got all the stuff. So like we do nice photography, we do the stems and the video. And then we offer that as a package, like if they want to buy it. But trust me, dude, that stuff is.
But regardless,
valuable.
they're still getting the free live stream at the time for their fans to watch wherever they are.
Yeah, that's the most important part.
That's the most important part, and you're providing that value to them. Now at the end, it's like, hey, you don't have to. You've already got this. You could leave here if you want. No, but they love to capture and hold on to those moments and to have that for their fans in case they ever want.
But it makes the perfect. Okay, so in a media-driven world like we're at right now, okay, anyone who's trying to build a business should be focusing on creating content online.
100%.
Whether it's on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram is a huge one, or TikTok is even huger. It's even more bigly.
It's huge.
You should be focusing on creating content online, because in order to grow and spread the word, right, you can do it 2 ways. You can do it yourself, okay, and post stuff online and reach your audience organically, or you can like pay. You know what I mean? You can create a piece of content where you pay your videographer, or you may pay an editor, and then you gotta pay to boost it, right? So you're gonna make an ad and you're gonna boost it, which ads are great. And I think even if you regardless of how you make your content, using ads is definitely a good idea.
Smart.
Helps you reach more people in a targeted demographic. But it's so important right now to be posting. Reels is huge, okay? And they're short form content.
But it's so that short, quick buzz form content, people are loving it.
Listen, like I said, I've been online for a long time. our vlogs, it used to be where you would be favored by the algorithm if you're making longer content because each platform wants you on their platform longer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you make a video that's getting great engagement and your watch time is up, you're going to be favored. But it seems like anymore, the ones that the pieces of content that get the best traction are the shorter form contents. And Reels and TikToks are great because they allow you to leverage popular music. Okay, so when people are making content based on popular music and you fit into a trend, you have a greater chance of the exposure being served on the For You page or on your Reels
Now, I got
page.
a question for you. On your Reels, when you create Reels, might be a little sidestepping here. Do you actually use Reels to create the video? Or
Yeah.
do you really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's just easier.
Okay.
If I want to make a video, I'll pull up my camera and, you know what I mean, do all the things and then go take
Okay.
it to the computer and put it in an editor. Bro, I've had so much, like I'm spoiled. I had a transitional period where I went from YouTube videos to Facebook only, right? Or majority.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many videos that I've done that got so many more views where I just pulled out my phone, captured the idea, and all I had to do was take the top and tail off,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And post it. 40 million views later, I sat there and I thought,
Why am I wasting my time in front of a computer for hours editing something that I could just shoot, post, get it done? Honestly, you know, we can screen record. You know,
Yeah.
And you know, I fly my drone. Sometimes I'll just screen record what I'm actually seeing as I'm flying my drone.
right.
I've gotten more likes and more comments on the one piece of Cincinnati that I just did when I was
Oh,
flying.
the bridge.
Just that, and that was
I've flown
literally just a screen recording over something that I would spend, 2 hours, 3 hours sitting down, editing, putting music to, cutting at the perfect beat.
Yeah.
I literally just dropped it on there, did the music, added the caption to it, and said, let it roll. People are like, oh, that's beautiful. I'm like, it's a screen recording. But it was that short, raw, it's what it is, no time, and I get it did in 5 seconds from the parking lot.
It's not like people have 4K televisions in their pocket.
Big facts.
I mean, the phones, they do look nice.
They do look very
They
nice.
look very nice.
Honestly, I still stream stuff in 720 because I don't feel like paying for the service.
Right.
Yeah, so I'll straight up BitTorrent something at 720 and watch the movie, no problem. Nobody heard me say that.
I did not, actually. I think it was muted just then.
Okay.
But no, if there's anything you could take from this conversation, it's that the gear matters to an extent, but the number one thing that you should focus on is the content.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on the idea,
Mm-hmm.
the story. It's nice to have nice gear and make a pretty picture, but at the end of the day, you could spend a whole day shooting, 4 days editing, create a masterpiece, post it, and nobody sees it. Or you can shoot something on your phone, like I said, clip the top and tail, upload it, and 40 million people see it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
But that's why they made phones so easily accessible in our pocket, because they know
it's
that.
not about the phone.
No. I'm saying.
It's about the perception.
But
the
what
human
I'm
perception.
saying is they made the access of capturing so easy for us that it's
Sure.
literally in our pocket. And nowadays with certain phones that are out right now, I'm not going to name drop any names, but you can literally film a cinematic mode video if that helps out.
You just gave it away.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, and it turns out buttery and looks great, and most people aren't going to know the difference.
Mm-mm.
But you know what you did? You didn't miss the moment that was never going to happen twice, and you caught it because this little thing that you pulled out tripped off the top and the tail, and that was it. I like that, man. So where do you see a live stream going outside of Metaverse? Big productions.
It's a useful. I don't think live streams should replace your current offerings, right?
I work in conjunction.
I think if you're trying to grow your business in a freelance videography type situation. I think it really makes sense to at least look into offering live production as a service. And it takes a lot of research. Don't just go out there and offer someone to put your phone on a tripod and go live on their page.
Which I did last week. I was like, I'm going live on Instagram.
Do it good.
Yeah, do it well.
You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? Do your research. Do it good. Don't water down the market, okay? Just do it good.
Do good, man. Well, hey, man.
Do a good job.
Cheers. I want to say thank you so much for coming out and having me out here at your space.
Hey, you came out. I
Right,
could
well,
literally
you know
be
what I
in
mean.
my sweatpants right now.
Thanks for showing up, is what I'm saying. Thanks for coming on here. And everybody, once again, this is Chase Gilroy. Be sure to go follow him. As a matter of fact, be sure to go follow me. He's got more than enough followers. No, be sure to go follow him. His stuff's really funny, and like you'll enjoy his stuff and get to know his family and his kids. He kind of shows his inside life, and that's pretty genuine. Dude, thanks for always being genuine. And once again, thanks for being on the drop, man.
Is that the drop?
This is the drop.
Do we need a microphone to drop for the outro? Don't you dare drop that microphone.
All right, guys. Peace. Thanks again, man.